Hello, everyone, and welcome to the September 12th Korea's North America Contributor Summit Planning Meeting. I'm your host today, Bob Killen. This Robbie Tables across all the things. As a general reminder, these sessions are recorded and will be posted to YouTube sometime later. And with that, we abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which essentially boils down to please be excellent to each other. With that, we will roll right into things. With the lead updates, I honestly don't really have a big update at this time. Things are just kind of rolling. I did just get one update from Brianne that we have, there are apparently 42 additional people waiting in Reg to be approved. That is not in the spreadsheet yet, but that'll be later. So that will be mostly it from me. Let's roll over to content with Jason out. Laura, do you happen to have an update?
Yeah, sure. So the CFP form got put together sort of middle of last week. If I followed along correctly, some comms went out in like tweet form to cool. Okay, so yeah, so the CFP is now open. And if there's anything else we need to connect on comms to get that more broadly shared, let me know, and we can synergize on that. But yeah, take a look at. I'll drop in the CFP2 here in the chat just so people can take a look and see like the deadlines and stuff that we put in there.
Yeah, please socialize the link. Talk to anyone else that you know that will be coming to the summit. The earlier we can get more stuff in there reviewed and shared, the better. Thank you, Laura.
Yeah, so it officially opened last Friday, and then we're closing it Friday, September 30th. So yeah, definitely want to hit the comms as best we can.
Yeah, and looks like there are 2 CFP submissions so far. Okay. Any other questions, comments for content at this point in time? Okay. Well, actually, now that Brianna's hopped on, we can pop back. Would you mind giving us a quick update, Brianne?
Yes. Sorry, I am in Ireland, literally sitting in the hallway of the convention center. So if you hear noise, don't mind it. So yeah, we are working on getting the final contract from Deluxe Flux, and I should have that to them. Their event person is part-time, so she will have that to me hopefully by the end of today, and we will have that wrapped up and signed, and we should be able to share that with people. Same with sweatshirts. That final order is due to our vendor on Friday. So I'm going through, responses that we have, what we have obviously as guaranteed amounts and sizes from people. So that will be going through. And then I guess we're just gonna hope for, more registrations to come in throughout the week to give us an even better estimate of what we need to order. And then we'll order extras obviously from there. But that will be going out as well. Any changes to room setups or anything like that, please let me know. I'm working on putting in our final order for our AV and our room setups with the venue this week. So if you have any updates or changes that need to happen, please let me know and I will make sure that gets put in. Same with signage. I have requested the designs with our design team. So hopefully I will have those drafts back either this week or early next week, and I'll be able to share with you guys. And I think that's pretty much everything that I'm working on right now. Any questions or thoughts or anything that you need from me right now? No? All right.
I
Well,
don't think so.
all right. If
Um,
anybody thinks of anything or has any updates or whatever,
I
just let me know.
do.
I'm
Ray?
working throughout the week. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, just on the for the awards for the vendor. I'll talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
that's the veteran awards. So running late on the award design. I remember before initially the vendor came back and said this Friday would be the deadline. Then they came back said today would be the deadline. How is it possible to get it in after today?
Yeah, if you get it to me this week, I can still make it happen. Yeah.
All right.
And then, yeah, like I said, if we need to do, it in 2 batches where we have one delivered to the venue and then some that are, delivered directly to individuals, we can do that as well. So
Okay.
if that's what needs to happen, just let me know. We'll make it work. Yeah. And like I said, I am in Ireland, so I am several hours ahead of you at this point, but I am going to be on probably a good chunk of the night. So anything that you need, just let me know, and I'll be getting back to you as I can.
I'm going to start sending out the form for
Okay.
the awardees. I was going to discuss this actually. Going to ask if I should send this out now. So for awardees to say if they're going to be at the summit. If they're not going to be at the summit, then it could be directly shipped or.
Okay.
So I could, I'll talk about this a little bit more.
Yeah, I would just keep in mind that I think Friday is their absolute drop deadline for if we want them all in one batch to the venue. So anything that we need to the venue, it has to be into them ready to go by Friday, absolute latest.
Cool.
Yeah. Awesome. That's pretty much everything I had. Again, if anybody thinks of anything or needs anything, has questions, just let me know. I am going through registrations right now, updating that sheet. So I will let everybody know when that's completely updated and ready to be looked at again as well.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments for the CNCF at this point in time? Okay, then we will pop back over to comms with Caslin.
Comms with Caslin. I like it. It's a thing now. So I created, thanks to Kim McMahon, who gave us, is that the right way to pronounce her last name? I need to ask her. She gave us a really nice template. I was looking for a way to better record the wide variety of comms that go into putting together this event. And so there's a new document. I've updated the link at the top of the document, the comms tracking doc, and you'll see it here in our notes. It's a link to a spreadsheet now that is more of a kind of to-do list style. Here are all of the comms that we're planning to create. One thing that we're trying to focus on this contributor summit that we haven't really done much in the past is focus on creating a few blogs for the Kubernetes contributor site. So I've asked my shadows to take on some of these blogs, and they'll be reaching out to some of you all as they'll be focusing on different areas of the contributor summit that many of you are in charge of. So if someone from comms reaches out to you about a blog about contributor summit stuff, don't be surprised. The tweet went out about the CFP, but actually the email does still need to go out. I'm just realizing as we're talking about it now. So we'll do that as our next item, and we'll probably want to do at least one more tweet on that this week. So the current tweet is linked in the doc, and it's also linked in the comms tracking doc. Nice thing about the spreadsheet is that you can see what comms we want to do, as well as the link to where it is, as well as link to the draft. All of that kind of information is all in the same place now. Yeah, so comms on the CFP is the current focus. If there's anything else that you all need immediate comms about, you know where to find us.
Cool, thank you. I definitely think that is the priority, along with just like, please, reg, Try
Definitely
and
need
get
to
it
do
to us
some more
by,
reg
by,
messages.
by the end of the week.
Yeah. Will do.
Does anyone else have any updates or sorry, questions, comments for comms at this point?
And that's been Comms with Caslin.
There we go. Okay. Well, we will toss the baton over to Nabrun.
Hey everyone. So we had around 125 registrations until 3rd of September, and as was the update, we have 42 more, which is going to be put in the sheet. Of the 125 registered people, 19 were staff registrations and 106 were regular attendee registrations, of which we approved 99, and we have not approved 7 of them. The reason being like they not being a member of one of the Kubernetes GitHub orgs majorly, and we also got like one query about, hey, I'm a speaker at KubeCon, and due to this, shouldn't I be allowed to like attend contributor summit? And because I want to learn. And I think Bob replied to the email. I'm guessing that you essentially like our content right now is essentially not focused towards new contributors. It's mostly experienced contributors that we are targeting, and it's a place for them to hang out. And that's probably going to be our consistent messaging all throughout this contributor summit, at least. I hope so. That's what we have on Reg. I had a question. So we have 125 Reg right now, plus 42 incoming. Now that would make it like 160, including the excluding the not approved ones. Do we have capacity restrictions this time? When do we start declining registrations? That was my intent of asking the question.
That will probably be, around the 300 mark is where we have to like be curious about it. We should have enough capacity to cover it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can cap out at 300. Yeah, so we have plenty of room right now. No worries yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are quite far from 300. Awesome. That's all I had. So if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns.
So I will say just like one comment for other people that might be on the line, like with the summits in general, historically, we have done the new contributor workshop at summits, but like we have generally shown that it does not really pan out. We don't see great conversion from like someone that goes to those workshops to an actual sustained contributor, which is why we pulled it out of the summit itself. And have generally been targeting, people that have been at least willing to make the jump or start contributing enough to be org members to sort of be the bar for entry. Because we've also had a lot of people show up in the past that have basically just shown up for the swag and free food and drink, and that's not the type of people we want to, encourage coming. We can revisit this in the future, but I think it's generally a pretty good bar, especially as our meet and greet events are now during KubeCon itself. So there is like an entry point for people to like, jump in and ask questions. Does anyone have any questions, comments on that or sort of Reg in general? Okay, we can pop over to awards with Ray.
All right, so we finished collecting the awardees. 19 out of 24 SIGs have sent their nominations. Thank you, Joseph Sandoval and Mars for helping out. That was a big effort. 2-6 did decline, and 3-6 have not replied. And we've tried everything. I've even tried Twitter DMs as well. To the extent of, yeah.
Do you tell me? Well, like it can be in DM. Let me know what they are.
Yes. So since Friday's absolute deadline, I might try to do one last push today for that, but I did that on Friday as well. So the awardees have been collected. I will send out the form for the awardees so that we know if they're going to be at the summit or not. So I'll send that out later today. I'll ask them to please complete that by Thursday. Also, do want to confirm, I know there someone reached out about a blog post for the awards, and I would like to get this blog post published this might be a second blog post on October 25th, so we could include who the awardees are and why they're awarded, because some of these awardees, some of the sentences are going to be way too long for the awards. But it'll be nice to have, the content that the SIG leads wrote about them someplace. So October 25th.
So one thing with that is that we do publish the list of awards on the contributor site. Okay. So we can have like the full description and all that stuff, whatever length we want on that one. And that we can, like, honestly, if you want to stub a PR ahead of time, and then it's just like, okay, October 25th rolls around, you open the PR, ping, me, Josh, or anyone else that's like an approver in there, and we can push it live real quick.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
And Avinash, my shadow working on that blog post, was also just asking about the timeline you wanted that done on. So perfect.
Yeah. We chatted this morning about like some of the content and thinking about like what the date to publish was. And then we did talk about the award design after the latest Friday. Kaslin is helping out. Thank you so much. We were chatting about that earlier this morning as well. And that's about it for awards.
Okay. I dropped a link to the awards page in chat as well.
Oh, we found the 2019 ones. That's great. I saw Josh was looking for the 2018 as well.
Yeah, it was a spreadsheet that was owned by someone that wasn't, if I recall correctly, isn't super active anymore. So but that has been taken care of. Okay. Does anyone have any questions or comments for Array and awards at this point in time? Okay. Celebration, Xander said he has no real updates. He does have some photos of some of the trivia prizes that he is working on. So that should be good. Does anyone have any questions, concerns for the celebration at this point in time?
Was the venue decided? I missed.
It's Deluxe Flux, assuming that the contract and all that gets signed. The person that handles it for Deluxe Flux is part-time, so a little bit slower to turn things around.
Thanks.
Noah, I know you mentioned no updates in there, but do you have any other questions, concerns for ops? The things you want to bring up for ops?
I'm going to try and build out a spreadsheet this week, but it'll be mostly blank until the framework and everything is in place. So.
Yep. Cool. Thank you. It's if you got time, just get the stuff done ahead of time, because as we get closer to KubeCon in general, like everyone's time disappears. With that, does anyone else have any questions, comments, or things they want to bring up? Okay, well, this has been pretty quick. Thanks everyone, and I will see you all around in Slack.
Okay.
Later.
Bye everybody.